Hey you guys, it's your girl T. So I want to come on here and talk about the whole Tyra Banks situation here. So the other day I was on Instagram and all of a sudden I got tagged in a picture that Tyra Banks had a baby. So my first thought was, what? Girl, I didn't know you was pregnant. What the hell? Where I been? So anyways, this is the picture. This is the post on Instagram that Tyra Banks put up. Check this out. So you guys just saw that post. So Tyra Banks, who is 42 years old, her and her boyfriend of 2 years, his name is Erik Asle. He's from Norway and he's a renowned photographer. He's done a lot of things for Allure, Bazaar, Elle, Time Magazine. His work has been published everywhere, and him and Tyra have been together for 2 years now. They're madly in love, and Tyra admitted earlier this year on her show, Just Fab, that she was having fertility issues. Her and Chrissy Teigen had talked about this, and she ended up breaking down crying. I want you guys to go ahead and watch this small snippet, and I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
Yes, that's my boyfriend, Erik, the photographer.
He's been dating for like 2 years.
Yeah, a while, yeah. You know, we balance each other. You know, he's a creative, I'm a creative, and we just have fun. He's my best friend.
That was Tyra and Erik back in December. Their newborn boy, Erik Banks Asle, who she announced was born via surrogate, was just weeks shy of his big arrival. The struggle to have a family was definitely real. A source tells ET Tyra had been harvesting eggs for the last 18 months. The 42-year-old wanted to get pregnant herself, but she was unable to carry the implanted embryos.
I'm so tired of seeing on my social media, why don't you have kids? Why don't you have kids? You don't know. You don't know what I'm going through. You have no idea. When I was 23 years old, I used to tell myself, in 3 years, I'm gonna have kids. Then I turned 24. In 3 years, I'm gonna have kids. And then after a while, it's like, okay, now I want to, and it's not so easy.
Why did Tyra keep it a secret? Our source explained it's because the heartbreak has been so intense with many false starts and failed attempts.
I'm gonna have kids. It's gonna happen. Yeah, it'll happen. Yeah. Definitely.
But is motherhood the reason Tyra quit fab life after only 2 months? Flat out no.
I thought that I can do a talk show and lead my business and be the CEO of my business and make it what I want to make it. It was impossible.
Now, here's the details you want to know about the baby's father, Erik.
We got clients here today. We want to make sure this is absolutely stunning.
The former Next Top Model photographer has 2 daughters of his own, and Tyra has loved playing stepmom. And here's more news. Tyra definitely wants more.
He's from Norway, you know what I mean? He's Vikings.
Oh, he's white.
So he's like, yeah, boo, you do you. But you just know when you hear, you know, you my boo.
All right, so you guys just watched that video. So everybody was just really shocked about the whole situation because nobody knew that Tyra had a baby coming. And so what she ended up doing was using a surrogate. I, for one, am really happy for Tyra Banks because it seemed like it's something that she's always wanted is a child. And one thing I can say before I got onto social media, before I started, being a YouTuber and all that stuff, I never realized that people had issues with fertility, especially like Black women. I just always assumed that, you just get pregnant. I didn't realize like even fertility was like an issue, or else I think I kind of assumed it always happened with like older people or, white couples. That's usually what you see on the news when you talk about infertility and sperm banks and surrogates. You usually see like an older white couple, they worked corporate their whole life and now they're ready to settle down in their 40s and have kids, and now they can't. So that's what I used to always assume. But once I got into social media, I realized that infertility can affect a lot of people no matter the age. There's a lot of my subscribers, who I found out have been having fertility issues. They're in their 20s, they can't have kids. So that made me reevaluate a lot of stuff, even with my life, because I know for a long time I used to feel kind of guilty. I would let people shame me because I was a teen mom. You guys all know I had my son really young. And being a teen mother is not easy at all. You know, I thank God I had my family. I had my mother-in-law. You know, it was not easy raising my son. You know, now he's 15, but it was very hard, you know, having this kid at 18 years old. And for a long time, I would allow people to shame me and make me feel bad, you know, like I was a bad person because I had a child at a young age. Even though the same people trying to talk shit were also having sex, but they were having abortions when they got pregnant. I chose not to go that route. Not judging anybody, you do what the hell you gotta do for you, but I chose to keep my child, okay? So my thing is this, learning about people's fertility issues as I gotten older has made me realize, you know what, I'm happy I had my son when I had my son. I'm happy that I have my kids, you know, especially being that I was told I would never have children just because of my chronic illness. So I'm happy I have my kids. I went through a lot with my pregnancy. Damn near almost died, you know what I'm saying? But everything turned out the way it needed to turn out. And to have a child, to go through a pregnancy, to have a child and have the child be healthy, it is a blessing within itself. You know, people don't realize that, you know, being able to get pregnant and carry that child to almost full term or full term is a blessing within itself. It takes a toll on your body. It takes, you know, it's just very, very hard. You know what I'm saying? So for somebody to be in a position where now they have money, they have fame, they have status, and now they want to have children and they can't have it, I can imagine how much of a blow that can be. And you have other people not valuing themselves, not valuing their bodies, and not realizing how much of a risk it is to have a child and to carry on the pregnancy, and they're just taking it for granted. So I, for one, am really happy for Tyra Banks, you know, and I feel bad for a lot of women in that position who can't have children, who may not be able to afford a surrogate, you know, but there are other options. There's always adoption and things like that. But I think people need to really cherish their kids and be grateful if you are able to have a child. I'm saying because you have so many people out here who are not able to have children, and it's sad when you hear cases about women abusing their children, or, you know, fathers killing their kids, women killing their kids, you know, people having newborn babies and the babies get, you know, killed and molested. And it's just sad because it's almost like the people who don't need to have children, they can have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 kids, and then the people who want children so desperately, who would be perfect parents, who, not perfect parents, but who would be good parents, because no parent is perfect, you know, they can't seem to get pregnant. So it's really sad, you know what I'm saying? So if you have a child, if you're able to have children, be appreciative, because you have a lot of women out here who can't have children. So congratulations to Tyra Banks and to her boyfriend. Hopefully they'll be getting married soon and they'll be walking down the aisle with their baby. You know, I'm just really, really happy for them, and I cannot wait to see their baby. I know he's going to be adorable. So anyways, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. So let me know your thoughts on this entire situation concerning Tyra Banks and Eric Alsa having their baby and her announcing it on Instagram. Were you guys just as shocked as I was when you guys seen Tyra Banks' post? So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. All right, deuces. Hey you guys, it's your girl T. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share my videos. You can also visit Lovelyti.com to purchase any merchandise. Also, don't forget to click the boxes down below to watch any of my previous videos. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.